So how do you go from making minimum wage to making six figures? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred, and I'm an entrepreneur from a lower middle class background. I went from having only $400 to my name over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 a day with my own consulting business. So let's begin with my own journey to $100,000, the coveted six-figure mark. Now, I personally grew up in a lower middle class family. We lived in a small town, less than 10,000 people, with no real career opportunities around us. Life was just depressing, honestly. My mother worked a very dangerous night job as a nursing assistant, and I say dangerous because she had to deal with very violent patients. Alongside with her other female co-workers, they had to take care of folks that got into knife fights, of drug dealers, of convicted felons. So as you can see, not exactly the sort of people you'd love to be around. And because all the employees were underpaid, undervalued, and understaffed, there was only a single security guard for the entire building. So as you can probably tell, shit was bound to happen. Sometimes it would even happen that one of the patients would get angry and start getting violent verbally or physically with the nurses. So that's the shitty job my mother had to do every night for a small pay, for a small amount of recognition, if barely any recognition at all. And at the same time, she was sold this dream that one day she'd be able to retire and collect her social security. You know, when she's old, tired and exhausted and sick, and when she has so much back pain from dealing with all of these heavy and violent patients. Now when it comes to my father, he worked as a nurse, but since many years, he had fallen out of love with his job. He was often depressed, he fell down the rabbit hole of addiction. Growing up, I had a terrible relationship with him. We'd often get into heated verbal and physical arguments, and I kid you not when I say there wasn't a single day I wouldn't hear my parents complaining about the price of everything. We'd sit down to have dinner, and they would start talking about the price of bread and how this other store was selling it for 10 more cents, and so they needed to stop buying it from this store. The only topics of conversation at home were pretty much average small talk and the boring jobs of my parents, as well as the price of everything and how everything was so expensive. So growing up in this kind of environment, I mean, the default would be that you become programmed to have a scarcity mindset. But luckily for me, I've always just wanted so much more out of life. Instead of just accepting that, okay, this was life, I can't really do anything about it, I thought the opposite. I thought that was no way to live. We weren't even living half of a life. And I thought, this life is so beautiful, this world is so incredible, there are so many opportunities out there. Why not seize them? Why not try our best to make our dreams come true and see what comes out of it? I figured I had nothing to lose growing up the way I did, and so while at the same time, at home I would hear my parents constantly complaining about money and finances, having to worry about bills, at school I could see these wealthy kids getting dropped off in brand new Porsches, brand new BMWs. They were walking around with expensive clothes from well-known brands. Every year they would get the latest iPhone. Like in fact, some of those kids did break their iPhone pretty much every month and get a brand new one. While at the time, I didn't even have a phone, and every morning I had to force myself to get up super early so I could take the crowded bus to go to school. At the time I wasn't even sleeping properly. I was heavily sleep deprived for many years because of how depressed I was. And every time after the summer break, it was the same damn story. These wealthy kids would tell stories of their vacations to Rome, to Greece, to New York City, and it felt inspiring listening to them, knowing you could have many beautiful experiences in this world. But guess what? You needed money to be able to do these things. So at the same time, I felt extremely frustrated and jealous because growing up, we never did any of those things. We never went to Rome, to New York, to Italy. We never did any of that, even though my mother really wanted to travel. Sometimes we took a trip to another city, but that's not exactly what you could call a vacation. In fact, all summers, I was pretty much just stuck in my tiny room, and that's it. We could watch TV and really do nothing else. And I wanted to explore the world, to go out there, but we couldn't. And so from a very young age, I could clearly see life was much better if you had money, because if you didn't, you would suffer from lots of problems that could have been easily avoided if only you had more money. And when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, it gave me a kick in the ass because I was afraid to death to lose her. And I made her a promise. I promised her I would always be there to take care of my younger sister, to provide for her if she needed. So I couldn't just break that promise, end up doing nothing with my life. So I had to figure out a way to get rich because I needed to free my family from hell, because who else would do it? No one. Do you know how many times I took the bus to go to school and I visualized the bus coming to a stop, somebody walking in the bus and telling me, come with me, I'm going to show you how to make money, I'm going to show you how to be free. It's over. You don't have to worry anymore. But guess what? Do you think that ever happened? Of course not. That was just a fantasy in my mind because I wanted to escape my day-to-day, which was depressing. I'd go to school and get bullied by the other kids because I was broke and I was too weird and too different in their opinion, and then I'd come back home to a place that didn't feel like a home, in an environment which felt extremely limiting and toxic. And I knew I could have made a lot of money by becoming a CEO, a banker, a lawyer, having these kinds of jobs, but the thing is, I would have wasted my entire youth trying to climb the ladder, working extremely hard to get a great degree, to maybe study 10 years in some fields, to then, when I'm 30, start working and finally start earning some money, even though I'd be massively massively in debt, just like most people. And maybe when I'm 40 or 50, I could potentially make 6 figures a year. And one day I could hopefully retire and collect a small social security. And finally, then I could do all the things I wanted. To me, that offer, which society tried to shove down our throats, it seemed like a fucking scam. Why should I have to wait until I'm 70 to do all the things I want? Why should I wait until I'm 50 to be financially free? So I figured, surely there was a much better way to become financially free and to make a lot of money. So I set out to discover what that path was, because I couldn't accept that this was the only way. And growing up, I saw how depressed my father was because of his job. He was underpaid, he was treated like shit by his superiors. It wasn't a fun job. He'd often complain about his job, about how miserable it made him, and I knew I didn't want to end up like him. And even if I had become a lawyer or a CEO or a banker, and let's say at some point I did make 6 figures a year, I still would have no geographical freedom and no time freedom. And my goal from the beginning was to be free, not just to make a lot of money, because that's worthless. Money is just numbers on your bank account. How insane is that? But because of those numbers on our bank accounts, we enslave ourselves. We get massively in debt just so we can have a job, just to pay bills, living expenses, but never to enjoy life. Now, when I was 11, I decided to type how to get rich in the YouTube search bar one day, and I stumbled upon a video by an entrepreneur who showed how he made $70,000 or even more in the last month while he was traveling the world with just a laptop and a steady internet connection. And when I saw that, it changed my life. It blew my mind that such a thing was even possible, and I completely fell in love with the idea of running an online business. So I got started immediately. At first, I tried to grow Instagram team pages, to sell some shoutouts and ebooks, but to be honest, I didn't really stick with that business model because I didn't really believe I could make it succeed. I had never seen somebody succeed with this kind of business before, so I lacked the belief and I lacked a plan. Then when I was a bit older in high school, around 2019-2020, with one of my friends, we decided to try dropshipping with paid ads. So we got started and we actually made one sale. We sold a flat squeeze mop for $50. And while it did show me, wow, you can actually make money online, like, it was insane because I had just done some work in my bedroom and I had made $50. It was mind-blowing. At the same time, I knew dropshipping wasn't a good business model if you analyzed it objectively. Profit margins are extremely small, you sell the same crap as everybody else, so you have no real way to differentiate yourself, and you need to put a lot of money into paid advertising to just test the product, not even to make a profit. So of course what ended up happening is that Facebook ads quickly ate up all of our budget. So sure, we made $50, but we spent close to $200 on ads alone. That didn't even include the cost of the product, the shipping to the customer, or the softwares like Shopify. So we decided to stop that business because we obviously couldn't afford it. And then when I was in high school, I was forced to do many unpaid internships. And I remember at some point, I was doing an internship in a grocery store, or like a convenience store. It wasn't exactly a grocery store, but basically one of the employees told me, you have to study really hard in school and get good grades so you don't end up like me. And at the time, I knew it was bullshit. Like sure, if I became a lawyer, I wouldn't be working at a convenience store, but I still wouldn't be free. It's better than working at the convenience store for sure, but I would still lack freedom. And it would have still taken me to sacrifice my entire youth to hopefully maybe one day make 6 figures a year when I'm 50. But that wasn't good enough for me. Now back in 2022, I started my first successful business. If you take a look at the first couple videos I posted on my YouTube channel over 2 years ago, they were video sales letters I was essentially making for my prospects before they booked a free call with me. So I was essentially helping business owners to book more meetings, to get more customers, because I figured if I needed to find a way to book meetings for my own business with my ideal potential customers, other business owners needed the same thing, so I could provide that as a service. My first customer paid me something like $300, but then I was able to increase my prices and to start charging for more. And I remember the first time I made an offer to somebody for $1,000, the guy said, okay, let's do it. He went to get his card and he bought it. And I was like, oh my fucking god, I just made $1,000 online just from a 14-minute call with a stranger. And so I remember just running to my parents, showing them the notification on my phone saying you received $1,000, and it was such a beautiful moment. I felt like a king. Nowadays, the main thing I do is that I help ambitious individuals to quit their 9-to-5 jobs by building a profitable online business, selling services or coaching depending on who you are, and getting to $10,000 to $15,000 per month and even beyond. So to help you, I've recorded a free video in which I explain exactly what I did step by step to make upwards of $1,000 a day with my own consulting business. That way, you can literally just copy me. Or if you want to get my help directly and you're ready to start your business so you can become financially free, you can directly book a free call with me or my team and we'll see if we can help you. In order to be able to make 6 figures a year, you have two options. You can either develop a high income skill and sell it as a service. So let's say you could do copywriting. You could become a sales rep for high ticket products and sell that as a service. You could make $10,000 per month doing that. Or you could even learn a basic service like video editing, web design, and sell it to customers. Or what you can do is to be even smarter than that and to do what's called drop servicing, meaning you can sell any service to any type of customer, even if you don't know how to do it yourself. And the way you would do that is by first finding a customer, closing them, and then finding a remote contractor and paying them a certain percentage of the money that you made so that they can do the work for the customer and you keep a part of the profits. You connect buyers and consumers. You are a middleman. That's what Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, and Booking.com are doing, and they're trillion-dollar companies. Uber doesn't own any cars. It's simply a platform connecting people looking for work, drivers, with travelers looking for a ride. Airbnb doesn't own any hotels. It's simply a platform connecting tenants, people looking to make passive income with real estate, with travelers looking for a place to stay. So literally anybody can get started with a service or a coaching-based business. If you're a personal trainer, you could coach people on how to lose weight or build muscle and charge a high-ticket price. And there are many different things that you can offer. You could offer mindset coaching, productivity coaching, marital advice, helping somebody to overcome an addiction, or any type of service. Now this might be shocking to hear, but you need to stop with the brokey mindset. I see so many people, they want everything for free. They want to start a business without even spending $2. Like, come on. Do you realize that a few decades ago, if you wanted to open up a business, you couldn't open up an online business. If you wanted to start a proper business, you would need at least $100,000 to a few $1,000,000. So do you imagine the amount of risk that came with that? Nowadays, pretty much anybody can start a business for less than $5,000. But this mindset of wanting everything for free kept me stuck for a long time because I wasn't willing to invest in myself and in my education. And the problem is, you don't know what you don't know. If you knew what successful people know, you would be extremely successful yourself, or you would be on the way to getting there. But the reason you're not is because you don't know what to do. You don't have a proven step-by-step plan to follow. It's that simple. But what I've noticed is that nowadays people are too soft. They're too scared to listen to raw, honest advice. If you're genuinely dirt broke, you don't even make any money, you're not going to like what I have to say. But maybe the first step is to get a job, save up some money, and invest in your education, invest in starting your business. Sometimes you can't make something out of nothing. And on top of that, if you got a job, let's say you worked at McDonald's or some other kind of entry-level job, well, yeah, you'd fucking hate it, I'll be honest, but at least you would stack up some cash, and it would make you so angry to work that shitty job that now you would have the cash and the motivation to start your business. If you're genuinely dirt broke, the first step is to just get a job or find a way to make some money somehow so that you can invest in your business. And the reason I say that is because a few years ago, I didn't have that much money, but I was afraid to invest it in the right things. And I'm not speaking about the stock market or real estate, because if you don't have at least $100,000, for now forget about investing in real estate or the stock market. It's not going to change anything about the quality of your life. You're going to wake up tomorrow, you'll have the same life that you hate. You need to invest in your business. And I can tell you for a fact, if I hadn't invested in myself and worked with 3 main mentors, I would have never been able to find the success I have today, because each person taught me something different. I'm not saying you have to work with 5 different mentors and spend $10,000. That's not what I'm saying. If you find the right mentor, it's enough. In fact, these 3 mentors I have, they're for different things. But while it did cost me a bit of money, without these mentors, I would have been lost and confused for a very, very long time. And in the end, I would have wasted more years of my life and thousands of dollars trying to figure it all out on my own. So if you'd like me to help you to build a profitable business so you can become financially free and finally quit your job, I really invite you to check out the free resources in the description below, the free training, or to directly book a free call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video valuable, share it with a friend, and together, let's blow up this YouTube channel to empower ambitious individuals across the globe to become financially free.